Okay, what if I told you there's a problem in your business right now that's costing you over $10,000 every single month? Sounds crazy, right? Well, today, we're going to dive into a real-world case study from the self-storage industry where a simple chat with an AI uncovered exactly that. It's a game changer.
So the big question is, how do you even begin to find a problem that big when it's just hiding in plain sight in your data? I mean, it's a tough one, for sure. And honestly, it's exactly the kind of challenge that modern AI is built for. But before we get to the cool AI solution, we've got to understand why this problem is so common in the first place. All right, so let's set the stage. The reality is, finding these hidden profit leaks is getting harder and harder. And this is especially true for industries like self-storage, where operators are really feeling the squeeze from all sides.
First off, teams are just leaner. I mean, they're way leaner than they've been in years. You've got fewer people at the corporate level trying to manage more sites, more customers, and make more decisions. So what does that mean? It means there's just no time to sit around digging through endless reports, trying to hunt down these little anomalies.
And then there's the data itself. Oh man, it's usually a mess, right? All the information you need to make these smart decisions, it exists, but it's totally fragmented. It's scattered across different management systems, buried in separate reports, living in who knows how many spreadsheets. Just getting a simple answer can feel like a total nightmare.
And to top it all off, there's the economic reality. Costs are just going up, and they're going up faster than revenue. Everyone is feeling that margin pressure. And that makes every single dollar you lose, well, it just hurts that much more. So the bottom line here is being efficient, it's not a luxury anymore. It's an absolute necessity for survival.
Okay, so that's the problem. It's a pretty tough spot to be in, but this is where the story gets really interesting. This is where we shift to the solution. What if you didn't have to do all that digging yourself? What if you could just talk to your data? That's the big promise of what we're calling an AI business analyst.
So what exactly is an AI business analyst? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like getting a new member on your team, an analyst who's plugged directly into all your operational data, 24/7. And the best part? You don't need to know any code. You don't need complex formulas. You just ask questions in plain English, and boom, you get answers and insights instantly.
Okay, so you might be thinking, how is this different from, just using a generic chatbot? And that's a great question. The difference is huge. A tool like this connects to your real, live, operational data. It actually understands the context of your business. And maybe most importantly, its entire reason for existing is to take you from, that's interesting, to a real concrete action you can take to improve your business.
All right, enough with the theory. Let's see how this actually works in the real world. We're going to walk you through the exact conversation that uncovered that $10,000 problem we talked about. This is where the rubber really meets the road. Believe it or not, it all started with this, a really simple conversational question. The operator didn't ask for some complex report or a specific metric. Nope, they just described their goal in plain language. They basically said, hey, find where I'm leaking money and tell me how to fix it. And just like that, the AI went to work. We're talking seconds. It scanned all the data and came back with something pretty shocking. At just one single facility, 73 units were sitting in the system marked as unrentable. That means they couldn't be leased out to anybody. 73. That is a huge number.
And the financial hit? It was staggering. We're not just talking about empty space here. Those 73 units represented over $10,000 in potential revenue. Just gone. Every single month. Think about that. And this was a problem that was totally invisible. Nobody knew about it until the AI brought it to light.
But here's the kicker. Finding the problem? That was only half the battle. The AI didn't just dump the problem in their lap and walk away. No, it immediately came back with a super clear 3-step action plan. It offered to generate an audit list for the manager to use, draft an email explaining how urgent this was, and even set up a way to track progress. It didn't just find the problem, it started solving it.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. A system that can do all of this is incredibly powerful. But anytime you talk about connecting an AI to your sensitive business data, a huge question mark pops up. Security. Is it safe? So let's tackle that head on, because it is absolutely critical.
Let's be super clear about this. If you were to just copy and paste your business data into a public chatbot, well, you could be handing over your company's secrets for them to use in training their models. That's a huge risk. But an integrated business AI is a completely different animal. It's designed so that your data stays your data, private and secure.
It gets your specific business context, and it enforces a company-wide security standard, which basically stops accidental data leaks in their tracks.
So what this all really boils down to is something people are calling the democratization of data. That's a fancy term, but what it means is simple. You no longer need a crazy expensive, custom-built data warehouse or a whole team of analysts just to figure out what's going on in your own business. These kinds of powerful insights are now accessible to, well, pretty much anyone.
So where's all this headed? What's next? Well, believe me, this case study we just walked through, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The future of business intelligence isn't about staring at complicated dashboards anymore. It's about having conversations.
We're moving really fast toward what you could call a suite of agents. Just imagine this for a second. You've got specialized AIs for different jobs, an AI voice agent that handles your call center, a revenue management agent that's constantly optimizing your pricing. You've got others for marketing, for operations. And the really cool part is they all work together like an intelligent, automated team that's always on.
And please, don't make the mistake of thinking this is some far-off, futuristic dream. It's not. As one expert we looked at put it, it's not coming, it's here. And honestly, it's evolved 100 times since it first got here. This technology is already out there, and it's changing at a pace that is just breathtaking. Seriously, what seems cutting edge today is going to be standard practice tomorrow.
So let's end on this thought. After seeing how one simple question uncovered a $10,000 a month problem, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If your own business data could talk back to you, if you could sit down and ask it anything, what would be the very first question you'd ask?